Block Sports Talk.
Hello.
After dark, uncut versions and all that good stuff. Season finale before we take a little break and rest up and get all ready for the long haul of 2016 football season and all that good stuff. But anywho's.
Hello.
Yeah, to me it is football season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Couldn't wait for the NBA to be over.
Yeah, we live on deck. Stat to my right, the dude on the left, because you know he likes to go left. We'll start off with the boards in front of the camera today. Big Joe in the house.
In the house. Finally.
Finally, the face is coming.
It doesn't matter if you're back in the house.
This guy over here. Anywho's, big shouts, first and foremost. In the BX, we got to give big shouts to A-Rod. Made his 3,000.
Oh, wait a minute. Before we even get into that, you know, let's just take a moment about the tragedy to just, you know, give a moment of silence for the people in South Carolina who experienced the trauma.
Yes,
we definitely think it's sad and something must be done. And I think all of us need to stick together as Americans, and this moment of silence is dedicated to that for us to work together. So.
Yes.
May God bless the families.
And the victims in South Carolina, they need to.
He was a lone shooter?
They need to come into debt, come into recent times down there in South
He was
Carolina.
a lone shooter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we know he's not a lone shooter. He wore militia patches on
No, they were flags from.
Yeah, no, they part
South
of
Africa.
that's part of that militia coup. That's what they do. That's how they identify. But we'll talk about that maybe on the Big Joe and Panda show or something like that.
That definitely is a topic.
Like I was saying, big shouts, give a salute to A-Rod. Got his 3,000 hit
Oh
in
yeah,
the form
man.
of a home run.
Oh yeah, man.
So he followed the captain.
You're tuned in to On the Block Sports Talk. You're
Way behind the captain.
Well, no, but no, I'm
Especially
saying
in this town.
I'm just saying that's the way the captain got his 3,000 hit in the home
Captain
run.
he circled the bases, got kisses from models, and chilled.
Captain's
The captain's like an Old Spice commercial.
He's the greatest living baseball player.
He's the most interesting player.
Yeah.
He's the most interesting.
That's
Yankee.
another guy. But hey, big shouts to A-Rod. He got
He
a
passed
3,000 hit.
Palmero. Hey, you know what? You gave him a lot of flack, A-Rod.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the deal. Here's the thing.
He's being productive.
All those guys that were allegedly on PEDs and such, they ain't got his records, right? Yeah. So he's the man.
He's being productive.
Year off, got his body together. He didn't need any extra help. PEDs are not for strength. It's all for recovery.
Right.
You can't take away hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, a drug isn't going to make you see better and all that nonsense. If that's the case, I wouldn't have on glasses.
Exactly.
So that's why I always think.
That's one hell of a drug.
When it's about all the PEDs, it can make you hit a home run 600 feet, whatever, but it ain't going to make you your eye-hand coordination and hit that
strength.
curve.
I don't understand where that comes from. It doesn't give you strength. What
Well,
this does,
some steroids.
it just helps you in the gym. This is for recovery. All these steroids are for muscle recovery.
Not the steroid he was taking though.
Yes, it was. All steroids are for muscle recovery.
Well, okay. What's the pitcher? The pitcher that used to pitch for Boston,
Clemens?
Yeah, and he was taking performing hand, but he got caught with I think he's an outfielder. He got caught with female estrogen, female hormones or something like that.
Maybe he wanted to breastfeed. But that has nothing to do with baseball.
Maybe he's transgender, you think?
Maybe he wanted to be Caitlyn 1. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is this is just for muscle recovery. It doesn't deal with the hand-eye coordination. You still
to hit a baseball.
The hardest thing to do. The second
hardest
hardest thing to do in sports is hit a baseball. The first one is hit a golf ball.
Yeah.
And I've known that for
hit a golf ball straight.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's just I tried it.
It's ridiculous.
It's just bananas.
It's ridiculous.
So yeah, that's a lot
So
of.
big up the Ray. Big up the A-Rod.
So you're saying when you're not duck hunting, you're being Tiger Woods?
I'm always I'm always putting a putter in the hole.
Hey.
But let me ask you one small question, right? Think about it. Okay, if the player does not heal fast, then everybody's complaining. So should it be allowed to help heal?
Baseball itself is you talk about me being competitive. Baseball itself is a competitive sport. You got guys like You got guys like Torrey Hunter still in the game. He's like 38.
This is like his 17th, 18th year.
Torrey, and he's still trying to be competitive, keep up with the young kids.
Yeah, you got to stay on the
It's a
field
competitive
because,
edge.
you have incentives in the contract. So, you want to get back on the field as fast as possible.
Exactly.
You don't want the next guy to come and take your job. So that's...
Now, back in the
that's all
70s, 60s, and 70s, it was amphetamine. Nobody said nothing about that.
Well,
Everybody was staying up for 12 hours for some reason.
Right.
Nobody said nothing about that.
Yeah, not the speed and all that.
Yo,
70s.
legalize it and let it be a level playing field. I got no problem with it,
When you
right?
think about it, I mean, players drink. Alcohol is still a drug. It's
But
still-
alcohol is
I
depressant.
don't want to even get into that.
Alcohol's a depressant. So that don't help nobody in baseball. That brings you down.
I don't want to get into that.
But I mean, alcohol kind of tears down your motor movement a little bit. It increases sensitivity, pain,
No, it tears down your motor skills.
nerve pain
It tells down your
sensitivity.
motor skills, but it doesn't affect you as, look at Mickey Mantle.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
drunk.
He was
right.
a drunk and
He was
he was hitting like 420.
But
His OPS was crazy.
But he was doing that when everybody was drunk though.
No, he was doing that because he thought he was going to live to 30. He said
Yeah, he didn't even care.
if he knew he was going to live as long as he lived, he wouldn't have treated his body as much. He didn't think he was going to live because his father died in the early age.
Yeah.
His family all died. He was like, what's the guy's name from Forrest Gump? They all died in the war. He thought he was going out like that.
Right, so he didn't care. He just threw
So he threw caution to
But-
the
but
wind,
that-
and having Billy Martin by your side doesn't help.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
He was drunk.
That's a classic alcoholic statement though that a person would say. You know
At
what
the
I'm saying?
at the time, think about the time. It's like Mad Men era. Right
Yeah,
there.
he had the 50s.
Yeah, everybody's drinking and smoking. It was all good.
Yeah,
He didn't know the repercussions.
Yeah, right.
They didn't know the repercussions.
Even in football, during the off season, you can see them at the bar or something like that.
God
you know?
forbid. I mean, come on. You look at a rerun of I Love Lucy, they're still
Their
smoking.
own bars and stuff.
Yeah.
Their own bars. They was always in the joint. They was always smoking.
But
But anywho, back to the meeting of the matter. Salute A-Rod.
A-Rod.
Keep being productive. Yankees are still in first place?
They take a place, man.
Second place now? What, game and a half out? Something like that?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know he's shutting up the media big time. That's
Well,
for sure.
he's being productive. He's got, good numbers. Whatever. So he's doing his thing, man. Whatever.
Nah, he's doing
I
his
ain't
thing.
mad.
He had a year
I ain't got
off.
no hate.
He had a year off to his body recovered.
Mhm.
He got to chill. He's got a stroke. He's good.
Yeah.
He's trying to get the ghost of Derek Jeter off him. And that's not going to happen.
That's
not in
never
this
gonna
time.
happen.
Not in this town.
Yeah, this is his town.
Not in this town.
Yeah, this is Derek's town. It's funny because A-Rod was a New Yorker for a minute before his family moved to Miami. So it's
You know,
like,
he came
Yeah,
close
right.
to coming to the Mets. He could come to our side.
yeah,
Which would have, whatever.
yeah, whatever. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, but didn't happen. So
Listen,
big shouts to the Mets. They're still plugging along. They won had a split with Toronto.
when we lost tonight to
Yeah,
Boston.
man, they had the lead. They
You know,
pulled it, man.
you know why? Because your man Tejada, he needs to go.
Who you been? Who?
Tejada
You're
needs
preaching
to
to the
go.
choir right now.
Tejada
bro.
needs to go.
You know what? They
He goes
jinxed
to
it.
error tonight.
They jinxed
No,
it.
actually, no, it wasn't Tejada. It was Flores. It was
Yeah.
Will Flores. He made a gaff.
Throwing
He
error.
Throwing error.
Because that's one of his little
Yeah.
things. His little throwing error.
made a gaff.
But you know what? We'll bounce back. We're gonna
No,
bounce
but
back.
you know what? Games like
We
this,
had
where
that game,
DeGrom is pitching like this. Come on, you don't lose games like this.
Yeah, he was
You know what I'm
doing his
saying?
thing. He got into the 8th. Yeah, he was.
The guy is up.
Yeah.
I might say, and I'm treading on water here, but I think DeGrom is better than Hart. I think DeGrom is better than the
They
Dark Knight.
said it too. Keith Hernandez and Rondon was saying that when they get Zach back next year, and they were saying how that 5 is going to be crazy.
I feel
and they
bad.
said DeGrom is going to be that dude.
I feel bad for Dylan G because he had to go down. How did he go down instead of Nice?
Yeah, they put him on same. Yeah,
Nice is. All right, sorry, folks.
yeah, we're ready. But anyways, anywho's,
Yeah.
like we said before we got sidetracked, salute to A-Rod.
Yeah, big shout out to
N.E.B.
A-Rod, man. Shut the critics up.
Yeah.
Shut the media up.
Yeah.
Shut everybody up.
Quick stat.
Mm-hmm. So,
I don't know if you heard about Bryce Harper, how he said when his free agency, the rumors saying he said when he's time for a free agent, he's gonna leave because he always wanted to be a Yankee.
I posted that in my post group.
Oh, yeah?
About that.
Okay.
How you feel about
It was a gut feeling, I didn't know he was
Yeah.
gonna say that though.
it? But how you feel?
That's great for the Yankees. Small porch, bring home one
Yeah, he'll
hitter.
hit a lot. Yeah.
He's young.
He's gonna be
Explosive.
by the time he gets there.
He's a 5-tool player. He can do it all.
5-2 player. By the time he gets there, he'll be a DH. Do you know he's
Nah,
on
nah,
DL?
it's
kinda-
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
it's
You
not
know
that
he's on
long.
DL right now?
He just had just the other day.
His hamstring.
He got a strained
Everybody
hamstring.
knows
Guys, right now,
Everybody
these
knows
new
DL.
players, except for your man, the salmon, or the big fish,
The big fish.
Everybody on DL right now. Everybody.
he's the real 5-2 player besides my boy
Yeah,
Puig.
big Charles is the
And Puig gets hurt
Not
just
better
as
than
much.
Bryce. He's not better than Bryce.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Puig's not better than both of them. He's
Not
not better
even
than either
close.
one of them.
Not even close.
He's number 3. He gets the bronze medal when it comes to
He
the
might be
series.
number 5 or 6.
Yo, you out of your mind.
Yeah,
You're stepping out of bounds.
There's that Cabrera kid from
Cabrera.
Cuba that's playing.
Right.
For who?
That's
Jose
nice. No,
Cabrera?
No,
Nah.
Wasn't,
Another kid.
Yeah,
White
Jose
Sox.
Cabrera for the White Sox.
Right.
Yeah, Jose
He's-
Cabrera plays
he's
first
nice.
base. No, he's not. He's no Puig.
No, Puig's no him.
Puig is in every commercial, son.
No, he's not.
He makes
He's not better than
outstanding catch.
He's not better than McCutcheon.
McCutcheon is the standard catch.
McCutcheon's the man.
Yeah.
Even
Even
with
with
dreads,
dreads, yeah.
McCutcheon's the man.
He's a standard bearer.
He's
a standard bearer.
Puig's he's low on the list, yo.
No, he's not low on the list. He's
No,
top
he is.
5.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Outfielder,
No,
outfielder,
he's not.
Trout, your man McCutcheon, Puig. Name another guy.
Not free.
Name another outfielder
No,
before Puig then.
Puig got a gun, but I don't think he's in that. He's not
Right.
that, man.
Yeah, he's got a gun and
too
he's got a
raw.
bat.
The kid for the world pitched in the field. What's his name?
Who? Kane? Lorenzo Kane? Are you kidding me? Please.
Why?
They got
You got one hitter?
Please.
You could why? Like
And you know what? You segued into something, and
It's on
we,
base.
folks, we're gonna get back into that. Kansas City. Anyway, Lorenzo Kane, he gets hurt like everybody. You know what? These kids are getting hurt so much.
Puig just got off the DL.
That's what I'm saying. And same thing with Harper. He's out for a
She
hamstring.
played 2 games.
He just had
out of
strain
50 right now.
He just had a
Strain.
strain.
Come on.
And this, right, he hasn't been hurt all year.
Jim Rice played through walls, dude. You kidding me?
No, you're overdoing it.
Reggie
You're
Jackson.
going left.
No, the
As usual.
durability of the kids back then.
It's,
to the
I
kids back
think
then.
I think it's more
Now?
of them playing it safe
Wow.
with them.
That's a nice flag.
No, it isn't. Don't say that ever again in your life. Let's not get into that. Listen,
Even though this flag is listed in Egyptian hieroglyphics.
I bet it
believe
is.
that? No, this is the truth. They just took it and converted it to their colors. But that's
Yeah,
another talk
yeah,
show.
Hey,
but I'm just saying, I think it's more of the baseball higher ups and managers. They so nervous. They got so much invested, so they handle everybody with
So that's
kid
why
gloves.
Strasburg only
Anything,
pitches 60
if you go,
60
ooh,
games.
you know, you sit down for 15 days. Yeah, because they really handle
So,
everything with kid gloves. They overdo
You
everything.
strengthen my argument. I hate to bring that back up about Goose Gossage. He came in from the 7th into the 9th and relieved.
But this isn't the 70s
Yeah, I know,
anymore.
I know.
The money is not the way it was back then. So they
No,
do,
we all about
it's a whole bunch of things that attribute to that. It's not just the player.
No, we're on to
it's not only the
analytics.
player.
That's what it is. We're on to analytics. We do nothing but numbers and
and
it
money,
kills us.
And money.
Billy Ball.
Well, we got to cover
It is
more
what it
ground
is.
on that.
Yeah,
It
all
is
right.
what it is, man.
All right,
Baseball,
yeah.
I think it's too much.
But
I
big
think
shout out to your
baseball's
man.
overthought for my part.
Yeah, because all you have to do is hit the ball and run, right?
Yeah. For the most part, it's too much thinking in it. I sit there for 3 hours watching and come on, man, it's a kid's game and they put too much into it that they didn't do back in the old
Let me
days.
get this straight. You're not a proponent of the double switch, huh?
All this crap, yo. So much is overthought, man. I don't know, maybe I'm
What's your thought, dude?
You think it's overthought sometimes you watch a game, like they do
It's
too much?
overthought as far as like,
A pitcher for one guy and all that.
If you face Barry Bonds, it should be overthought, stuff like that, what I'm saying? Not
But they
every-
will walk
not every
him.
batter should have an overthought,
Yeah.
So what about the
Ball.
shift nowadays? Have you seen these shifts?
Yeah, it works because the guys.
Because dudes,
You know why?
the
You
guys
know
can't
why?
hit.
It's a share-up. That's why.
Because guys can adapt. Back in the days, you slapped that Rock Carew, slap it right to third base. I wish they would
Why
do.
would you adapt? We hitting 50 home runs and making 50 million.
Because you're a baseball player, a real baseball player, hits it all over the place.
Yeah, well, okay, we're not making 50 million.
All right, okay.
Hit
Do you
the
think?
one
All
way.
right, let me put it this way. Do you think there ever would have been a switch for Tony Gwynn? I'm gonna bring it up. Tony Gwynn?
A shift?
Yeah, as much as he hit it
No,
between the
he
3
hit
and
the
5,
ball
3 and
He's a
2.
spray hitter. You can't compare those two. You
But
compare
you
the
didn't
spray
have
to-
to. You didn't have to because exactly the way
You had to cover the whole damn field for
Well,
him.
it's time.
Kids can't hit
change,
now,
man.
and they have no discipline.
They can't hit a 15-footer jump shot either.
Don't get me into that. Don't get me into
You
that.
gotta, I understand your frustration with it.
No,
We
because
all
you know
have
how
it.
we grew up.
I know.
And you seen the plays that we
The
play.
way times have went on, it's unfortunate, but this is how the games are played now. We can not like it, but we can't change it.
Yeah, I understand that, but I grew up on guys that can hit all over the damn
Right,
field.
and a lot of these guys don't. A lot of these guys are on pitch counts, they're on this count, they can't play this guy, they can't do that.
I knew.
It's just-
Okay, I give you. Frank Tanana can pitch better than most of these guys right now. Frank Tanana.
Okay, I don't know who he is.
I know you don't know who he is. He played for the for the Angel and several other groups. But he went up against Ron Guidry one day. I was at the stadium back in the days, Louisiana Lightning. And he held his own. Pitched only, I think, 130.
Yeah.
He was lefty, had a deceptive lined up, throw you off guard. He was all right.
He was
Wasn't
right.
wrong with
You
Guidry.
think right now? You think right now Frank Tanana will make? How many quality starts would he
He would
have?
get crushed right now.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah.
Guidry or Frank Tanana?
Frank Tanana. Yeah.
Because, as the players
The image
evolve,
changed from hitters and pitchers too.
Yeah.
These young guys have virtual, all kind of images they practice in. All kind
bat
of
speed
stuff.
is different. Dudes
Everything,
is
man.
swinging the bat
Tommy
a
John
lot.
surgery, guys, sorry, elbow come back to 1 year. Tommy John surgery even better.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
But Guidry is one of a kind. You can't get that Guidry.
Oh no! Don't get me wrong. I was just saying Frank Tanana.
Fat
A mediocre pitcher would make noise right now.
Nah, not make noise, because there's a lot of mediocre guys that are up there and they're gone a week or two. They
Dude,
played for 6 teams. And
they don't
4
even.
years.
If they know there's a lefty pitcher coming up tomorrow, they change their whole lineup.
That's analytics stuff.
Analytics,
But that
man.
don't mean
That's
it's-
analytics.
that don't mean
Analytics
it's
is
mediocre.
killers.
Talk about that. Talk about this pure baseball.
No, but you know
You know
what? You're right. We move on.
As we move on, as we proceed to give you
to smoke more. Oh,
what
I'm
you
sorry.
need. Hey,
I'm sorry.
whoa.
After
This
dark.
guy right here.
After dark.
This guy right here. Get us off the air. Anyways, now I want to salute the Chicago Blackhawks.
What?
Of course.
3rd championship in 6 years. 3rd
We
Stanley
got-
Cup.
Actually, give it up to Chicago Blackhawks because we did
What
it
did
three and 5 years. But
Yeah,
whatever.
One of the original 6.
I thought you were the Devils fan though.
That's what I'm
Exactly.
talking
You
about.
can't.
Three and 5 years, but they did it in 3 and 6. But whatever.
Salute to them.
They're current champion. Why bring up the Devils?
I know.
Yeah,
No, because they trying to make it
Listen,
as a dynasty.
No
Right.
free agent fanning over
Right. You
here.
don't take no
Not
shine
today.
away from them. Y'all snubbed the last 2 years. Don't take no
Yeah,
shine.
yeah.
Don't take no shine.
Don't get
Oh,
this
but it ain't a big deal.
Where's my
It's
flag at? We got to throw
But
the
you know what?
flag
They
on
also,
the dude.
they're giving them a big deal and giving them
Because the original
salute.
6. Yeah.
No, that, but they've made the great adjustments with salary caps. They haven't let the salary caps of free agency hurt them
No.
to the
I
continue
understand.
and to continue winning. So
No, I
they
understand
get
that.
saluted big time for that. 3
No,
chips in
they get
6 years?
saluted big time because they got the fattest jersey in hockey.
This is a classic
Yeah,
jersey.
the jersey
This
is hot, though,
classic-
I gotta
No,
go.
no. Sweater. It's a classic sweater.
Okay, yeah.
Hockey, they call it a
Excuse me.
sweater.
I'm
That's what
sorry.
they call it.
Yeah?
Turkey, they
Yeah,
call
yeah,
it a
yeah.
sweater.
know
Hockey
that.
sweater.
It's
Wow,
hot.
look
It's
at
hot.
that.
Yeah, he's right.
Because of the long sleeve.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
they call it. They
Yeah.
put subs on it. And the Black
Hottest,
Hawk
hottest.
story is classic. It's
Number
classic.
2 comes Toronto.
Yeah.
Everything else is fall behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic joy. Salute to the Blackhawks.
Blackhawks, original 6.
3 chips, 6 years is something to be
chips.
proud of.
Congrats to them. They're the best
Yeah.
team. That's it.
Yeah, they handled
Yeah,
their business.
falling dynasty.
And think about it, they could have won. They almost won last year.
They could have.
They lost to the Kings. They were bad. So it's like, salute them dudes, man.
So let me ask you, what are they doing different than the Rangers? That
They made the right moves, yo.
They
They
made
made the right moves. They
but
just,
it's- you know what it
just
is?
fell short.
They got a
Sometimes
young
it's
squad.
2 years in a row.
When it comes to playoffs, it's your goalie who's hot, and you had a hot goalie, the King.
Mhm.
He just came up short in the 7th.
Yeah, that game set.
But it depends on the goalie in the playoffs. All that regular season is because an 8 can beat a 1.
You can't get mad at losing game 7 in the series, though.
No, but they built it up, and I told you they jinxed you.
Yeah, of
Seventh,
course.
the 7th game, deciding game, you got
Oh,
7-0.
we've never
Yeah.
lost. We only
And they
lost
jinxed you.
twice. It's like,
But
It's a matter of time,
but the
though.
ratings
Yeah.
would have been ridiculous if it was New
oh,
York and
that'd be
Chicago.
crazy. Yeah, because just for the New York Chicago history in all sports, Chicago being known as the second city,
Exactly.
that chip on their shoulder,
Exactly.
and then both the original 6
Can you
teams.
imagine
Could have been
the
bananas.
executives on?
That's what they wanted.
Imagine the
NBC
executives
wanted.
Yeah.
on Madison
NHL
Avenue when they heard Tampa Bay won. They were like, "Oh, Damn! The hell!
You know, a lot of things got slammed and
Yeah.
broken. It's like,
The hell! The hell!
All the corporate big shots on that game,
'cause,
right?
Yeah!
New York, Chicago, crazy.
Would have been
Listen,
sick.
Crazy.
listen, my man,
Merchandising alone would have been bananas.
Original 2 teams?
Bananas.
And original 6 2 teams? Oh my
listen,
God.
my boy Wayne Williams. Big shout out to DJ Wayne Williams, the Pied Piper.
Out of shot?
We had an argument one time where we was even talking. This is how stiff the competition between New York and Chicago could be. We was even arguing about who got the best pizza.
Oh yeah, it goes back to
You know what I'm
basketball
saying?
for years.
Which,
But
you
they
know,
got the deep dish.
Sports.
They got the deep dish.
But it ain't better than
it ain't better than New York
Oh,
pizza.
no.
Okay, Wayne.
Listen,
Because we were raised on 3
Right.
boys and Knicks.
Right.
That's the, you know, we're
don't-
spoiled.
yeah.
Hey,
But
hey.
New York, Chicago, they've been going at it for years.
Get
Sports,
outta
pizza,
here.
all that, hot dogs, all that.
If you don't call at 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, you can't mess with us.
Yeah.
I'll call at 4 a.m. in the morning.
But that's New York.
Everybody.
But that's New York. New York is the only place you can buy a couch at 2 o'clock in the morning. You can't do that anywhere else.
Yeah.
If the food is good, you
That's
go.
why they're the second city.
City.
And you know the stat, he
Sorry.
keeps the stats, he keeps the records, so
That's it.
he did the statistics on
4
that.
a.m. was 4 a.m., man.
That's right.
That's right. At 4 a.m., 98% agree.
That's right.
Yeah.
I sliced it.
Right, that's my man
That's
Stat,
it.
Babe.
keeping the records.
Salute to them. 3 chips, 6 years.
Hey,
Sure.
big
Big
deal.
ups, big
Why don't you
ups.
catch up to us? To everybody.
Enough for this guy.
Get that out
Always
of
got
here.
shots.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You know, you always try to say I'm a hater. You're a hater.
No.
You got a lot of hate, a lot of
No,
indirect,
you-
subliminal hate. You throwing no little passes hate. You're like
Hate,
Magic
hate.
Johnson hate. You like
Hate,
that.
hate,
Hey!
hate.
Oh, that's you.
All I'm saying
That's you.
You New Yorkers, you
Where do you
build
live?
up your Hey, I'm a New Yorker too, but I'm in Jersey with my people's team. And the Hall of Fame.
Come on, man.
You're selling out on us, man.
No, I'm not telling out. It's just that
Hey, listen.
you
It's
know
a
what
wrap.
I'm saying.
It's a wrap.
You know what I'm saying.
It's a wrap. 'Cause
You know what I'm
I
saying.
gotta salute somebody else right
Who you
now.
salute?
Something a little more
Who
relevant
you
than
salute?
them cornballs in
Jersey?
in the swamp. Big shouts and a salute to the Golden State Warriors, winning their 4th overall championship and their first title in 40.
Tuned in to On the Block Sports Talk.
40 years, B.
Rick Barry's
I salute
Crazy,
y'all because
man.
I know how those fans feel
What's that, 2 years before the Knicks?
after.
2 years
we won
after, right?
73 our last, and won 75. I understand their pain. And
personally,
what?
I'm bigging up them. That's my low.
Yeah,
On the low.
you got like 4 teams.
No, I got one team.
Again,
I got
free
2
agent
teams.
fanning.
No. But I wanted this for Chris. I wanted this for
Well, he's got nothing to do with it.
I
They got
got-
nothing to do with
I
that.
wanted it for Tim. They should have.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, but they weren't that good. They were good
No.
in regular season enough. They weren't championship quality back then. Stat, do we have to go there? It's really that era. They were good, but they weren't championship
I mean,
ready.
as far as the game, man, the Warriors was a favorite throughout the whole season.
Right, they won 67 games.
It was a favorite when David Lit, when Kyrie was healthy, when
You called it
Caleb
last
Love
week.
was healthy.
You called that last
It
week.
was still the favorite to win it all,
Right.
regardless.
Yeah.
But that being said, when you saw the finals start, you're like, wait a minute, matchup wise, if Kyrie was healthy and Love was
They
healthy,
won 7 games.
they probably won 7
Yeah,
games. So maybe
yeah.
Cavs could really
Yeah.
bust that butt, really, so to speak,
Yeah.
because matchup wise, they was holding their own.
Yeah.
To be a depleted team.
Mhm.
With
If I had
LeBron,
3 wheels, I'd be a tricycle, but it didn't happen.
yeah,
Listen,
you
I think
cannot
they
go
needed
LeBron.
JR to step up, and it just never
Well,
happened.
he's a Knick.
Listen, JR.
Hey,
is
big shout out to
2 years.
David Lee. At least one Knick got a ring.
Hey, he produced whenever Steve Kerr felt like putting him in the game.
Your man
he
Bogut.
produced,
Your
yo.
man Bogut
Bogut
disappeared.
a bum, yo. Bogut played himself out of a job.
Bogut
Do you
disappeared.
agree with me? He played himself out of a job in that situation. If they can move him, you know he's
They
gonna
can
get
move,
moved.
they can move him, but who's gonna give though?
You were talking about Bogut in the series.
Maybe play small ball without him, so he ain't
Right. I think he played himself out of a job because when he was on the court, he didn't produce.
Your man Lee
he
came
made
on
Moscow look like Will Chamberlain.
You know what? And I did some research. And I didn't know Moscow came out your camp.
Yeah, he was in there.
Good God.
You didn't know that?
Yeah.
Not really. I don't follow you.
Donnie Walsh. Didn't Donnie Walsh bring him in? And then he told him not to trade him?
Yeah.
We were deep. There was an
How do you
Nick.
get a big man out of your camp?
There was a Nick in almost every team in the playoffs this year.
Good God. How did you feel with that?
I was disgusted. But it is what it is. I'm used
I
to
understand.
it.
I understand.
What can I do?
Damn.
I can't fire Dolan.
But how you get rid of a big man in this league where you need big men?
No, you don't. You don't really anymore.
You know, the game is
The game
down.
is moved, yeah.
Yeah, it's about stretch forward.
Man, I guess I'm antiquated.
6,
Yeah.
7 power forwards now.
Right.
So.
Unless your big man is super athletic like an Anthony Davis,
But a guy like
you
that,
don't.
You got like
Look,
Moskov.
Moskov had one big game, then he sat down most of the time.
But they went small.
Right. So that's where the game is gone. The game is gone to like a 6-9 lead.
You know what? I'm in the old
That's what
school
the game is
period.
about.
I'm antiquated notion because I don't give up big man.
But there's not a lot of productive big men.
Moskov is not. He's not a slouch.
He's
He never
good.
was a slouch.
He never was. He won
That's
chips
why
in
when we
Russia.
traded him, we were kind of upset.
Right. That's why I didn't want him to get traded. But
Wait,
they,
wait.
and they didn't want to. That held up the deal for Melo.
Right.
Because they wanted Moscow, but they didn't want to give
This
up
is
Moscow.
Melo?
Right, they didn't want to give him up. So it kept getting held up, and they finally said, all right, do it. But they didn't want to, but they had
So
to.
let me get this straight, because I'm a little slow.
Yeah, I know that.
So you have Moskov and Gallinari on the same team?
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Hey. What are you gonna do?
And you wonder why you don't
I'm
get
past
chips.
upset. I'm past upset.
Okay, all right,
I'm over
all
it.
right.
You
All
over
right.
it? I'm over it. Hey,
You moved on.
I moved on.
Okay, I can dig
It is what it is.
I can
But
dig it.
now I'm going to let you take any more shine from somebody who just won a championship. Again, Steph Curry, the Splash Brothers. Iggy did his thing, played great defense.
Yeah.
My man David Lee
How-
got sporadic minutes, but he was
Let me
productive.
ask you this: how quick would the series be if Klay Thompson had showed up?
No, he showed up a couple of games. It's just the last game he like had a brain fart and he was really
What are
bad.
you talking about?
I know, cause you're
Klay didn't show up like that.
I think
Did
it was-
Kuzma show up? Did Kyrie show up? Well, very good. He show up. He got
Irish.
guys wearing suits, man. Come
Right.
on, man. What you talking
Game
about,
two,
man?
Klay Thompson was doing his thing in game two. That the
Come
one
on,
that
guy
lost.
who's playing against 3 guys when he playing.
You're bugging out right now. Klay Thompson did his thing. So I think game 6 was his worst game.
Okay.
He had a brain fart.
I had
But-
one good game.
Who?
Clay Thompson, sorry. Had
Yeah.
one good game.
Right.
That's
Other
what
than
I'm
he
saying.
was
One,
normal. He was
but he
basic.
wasn't
But he had one
there
good game.
all the time. That's what I'm getting at.
To step up, Clay will be in trouble right now. As far as being a GOAT.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See?
But he was productive.
He wasn't all that productive.
When he had his shots, he made a few.
He wasn't the greatest back in court.
Curry played good after the third game.
Yeah.
1 or 2. He was.
Yeah, he was.
He was off in the
mediocre.
first two.
Yeah, mediocre.
He was off
Yeah.
in the first two, but he found his stroke. And then he was hitting shots. I was like, oh my God. When
He's
he
done.
hit that one
Yeah.
for like the red painted thing, and
Yeah,
I was like,
it's
game's
done.
over.
Yeah, it's done.
It's a
It's
wrap.
done.
He was
You
just,
got
done.
J.R. Smith playing 30 minutes and Shump playing 30 minutes. Those guys is role playing, playing
Yeah.
30 minutes.
they're
And they're all the same. They're all spot up shooting.
You know what?
Right.
Being this is on the block sport after dark,
Right, you on the block.
their buttholes got like this. They got a little tight. Once they
But
knew,
this-
once
this-
they knew Kyrie went like down,
I
because they
I
knew,
told y'all this.
they
I
knew
said this.
like this.
The only reason they were doing as well as they did
'Cause they had no responsibility.
because they didn't have to. When they had to, they crumbled under it.
Bust a pipe instead of making a dime.
And that's what it is. JR, as talented as he is, he needs to be. He's a great supporting cast player. That no better than
If both
that.
teams are healthy, who wins?
I think it's a 7-game series.
I go Cleveland.
I don't know.
I gave it a 7-game
Look at the
series.
front line.
You
That
know what,
would've been,
Kevin?
yeah.
If they got love, I
Look
give
at
it
the
to
front
them.
line.
I give it
They
to
would have made
love.
the Warriors play big. The Warriors can't play big.
Yeah.
With Tristan and Love.
They would have
and
had to
Zion.
play David
They had
Lee.
to play.
And
Yeah.
yeah, that would have
To
been
keep
their
up with
advantage.
Love.
K-Love would
But
have
that
been
means open shot for
And
J.R.
I said it when
Right.
he went down. There's no love. That's
I
it.
think it would have won 7 games, but I think K-Love would have, like you said, their front line would have been the
I
deciding
just
factor.
think would have won the 7 games. But then again, LeBron controls tempo at all given time. No matter what. He controls the game.
Even with
The flow of the game, no matter
even with the
what.
switch with AI on him.
AI didn't do
And
much
that's
on
it.
him.
He got the MVP.
The dude's have a triple-double almost. But how much did AI really do?
He got an MVP.
He played him
He just
tough.
got MVP.
He
Right.
played him tough.
He played him better than Barnes. and
Everybody
others
else did. Like if someone else was on him, it was cash.
Right.
When Iggy was on him, he had to work a little
Right.
harder.
And a lot of had to do with him taking bad shots, fadeaway jumpers. Like, LeBron, just take this dude to the bucket.
You just go to the rack.
Go to the rack on the post, that's it.
Because no one stops you when you go to the rack. So
Right.
You just go to the rack all
That's
game.
selection too.
But you know what?
But you know, Iguodala deserved it though. He
Yeah,
played
Iggy
well.
played his thing.
He
He
had a lot
did
of big
his thing.
shots in crunch time in the game.
It was.
He
I
deserved it.
think it was a very entertaining series.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed the series.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. I think, yeah.
It was good, man. It was really good. It was exciting, a lot of scoring, hard playing. It was letting them commit a few fouls here and there, on both sides of the court.
I wouldn't say
Officiating was horrible.
Yeah, the officiating was
In
ridiculous.
jail with a six-pack in his hand after the game, with his little wheels.
Oh yeah. I don't see how he could last that long like that in the NBA, not being as serious.
He's a talented kid.
How talented when you make
Are you kidding me?
mistakes?
Lance
Lance
Stevenson just got a big deal the other day.
No, he got traded. He didn't get a big deal. He just got traded.
Okay.
But at least he improved.
Improve.
Hopefully,
His game. Go ahead, Joe.
hopefully Doc Rivers can help him mature.
Get over his 17% shooting.
Yeah, that was 1 year with
Yeah.
Charlotte.
They expected too much from Lance in Charlotte. They expected him to come
So
in
he's
and
gonna be the
be a
tough guy.
20-plus scorer.
Wait. He's gonna be the tough guy since Matt Barnes left.
No, don't need to be
No,
a
he can
tough
score.
guy.
He can
Just
spend.
play. Just play. He could do a little bit of everything. Just play the
He's
game.
gonna watch Griffin's back.
He's going to have a better year because he doesn't have to be that guy. They picked him in Charlotte to be that guy,
Right.
and that's not his role. Remember, when he played well in Indiana, because he was part of the piece, and he played well as a team.
As his
And
teammates
that's what's
hate
going to
him.
happen in
As
the
his
Clippers.
teammates hate him. So
But on the court, he produced now.
So
Right.
he's gonna wear out his teammates in the Clippers. So him and
Doc-
CP3.
Just Doc Rivers, different coaches and those guys. And that
CP3 are all hated.
different locker room.
Now I'm hearing CP3 is all hated by his teammates.
I don't know. It's
I don't believe
speculation.
that,
They
man.
say. I don't believe it either.
Robots?
I don't believe it either. One person says it, they run with it for the story.
Frustrating.
And there's no other story.
All right, let's get back to the series.
Go far and they
Let's get back to the series. I posted something the other day. I don't know if you see
ridiculous
it.
post did you make?
I said your man is good with a collabo. LeBron, he's good with a collabo by himself.
He's not a good solo artist.
He's not a great solo artist. His albums are double wood.
What team had one superstar and won a championship?
I can name one, but that's one out of a billion years.
And what team was that?
Kim Elijah won his first.
Yeah.
His first, but it's one guy out of a billion years in the NBA. So your point, that's not really valid.
Right. And his role players contributed and played well. Rudy T pressed the right buttons at the right time.
Why did you criticize Carl Malone and Gary Payton for going to LA? Why did you criticize Chuck Walker going to Houston? Why did you criticize Clyde for going from Portland to Houston?
Yeah, he jumped ship to get his second.
Come on, man. These guys been doing this, man.
Chuck did it. Chuck jumped ship 2-3 times.
LeBron went to the finals with two different teams.
Yeah, but he got 2 championships? Or 3?
He's 2 for 4.
Yeah, he carried
He's 2
Miami.
for 4.
He carried Miami.
And he lost to Dallas in the first time, right?
Yeah, that was his fault. That was the only fault.
So what I'm saying is this.
He
can't
carried Miami.
do it. He can't. He did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Was
when
it
he got
20?
hurt,
Was
was
it
it
20?
Chris Bosh beating
No.
Indiana Pacers in the playoffs?
Yeah.
What about?
No.
As a
He carried Miami.
As a
For 4
Miami
years.
fan, I have to
Yes.
admit he
For
did
4
carry.
years.
He did care. And that's
He
your
shut me
team.
up.
He did.
He shut
For
me
4
up.
years.
He shut me up.
Dude, he carried Miami for 4 years.
But on
Look
the
at him
solo,
now without him.
but on a solo
Look at him now
tip,
without him.
Ever since
solo tip, he can't do
AC.
anything.
Ever since he
Who
left,
can?
though, who can?
Patrick never did it by himself.
Jordan didn't do it by himself.
Nobody did it by himself.
Kind of.
No, he didn't.
No, he
He
didn't.
had Scotty. He didn't do nothing
Scotty
without
was an
Scotty.
unsung hero.
Yes, Danny Horace Grant, Dennis Rodman.
Right.
What's wrong with you? Come on, man.
He had a 3-headed monster in the middle with
Yes.
Whittington and
Wellington,
Purdue and them.
Purdue.
And he had snipers.
And Longley, huh?
And he had
Those
snipers
are
that could shoot
very
three
They
pointers.
played their role.
B.J. Armstrong,
Played their
Jackson.
role.
Yeah, he had snipers, man.
Craig Hodges. Those guys are good for the
They
good
played
shooters.
their role. Craig Hodges is very underrated marksman.
Yeah.
Those guys are better role players than J.L. Smith and Marsh Humphrey.
Right.
Get me some shooters on that roof over there.
I give you BJ.
That's all that was.
I give you
He
BJ.
played his role.
I give you BJ.
His
I give
role.
you Paxton
Who shoots
too.
better than Craig Hodges right now outside of Curry? Maybe Clay. Who shoots better than Craig Hodges? You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
Or John Paxson.
He won
You
the
gotta be kidding
3-point
me.
contest. He
You
wasn't
gotta
even
be
on the
kidding
team.
me. Come on. No way.
About the
Yeah.
only person that might have did it is probably Bill Wessel or Wilt Chamberlain back in the day.
Wilt didn't do nothing by himself.
That's what I'm saying.
And he
So,
only got one chip.
he only got one chip.
But
But I mean, they were so extremely big,
Right.
back
He
then.
was the biggest man in the world. And he only got one chip.
Dennis Rodman. Don't think of Bill Cartwright too. He can defend. He
Oh,
can-
elbows?
Mr. Bill.
What? Old school Larry Lula of the NBA. Know how to defend the post defense.
For those who don't know, Larry Lula is a basketball legend in our hood. Yeah. Him and Vic Jeffers got the 3-point the record, and it's been the last 25, 30 years around here that they had that. So
don't take nothing away from LeBron. He is who he is. He has his pros and cons with him.
I'm not taking it away from him. What I'm saying is, without help.
Right. That's just good.
Curry had help. Curry had Clay, Barnes, and Green.
Yeah. People stepping up.
David Lee. Come on.
He ain't saying nothing.
Iguodala,
right.
Who was the defensive player that got NBA?
You say you hate it. You say you hate it.
No, I'm not hating. I'm just saying. I'm just stating the fact.
What?
You have to help. You have to get help.
One team wasn't? Like, what you trying to do
Yeah,
here?
exactly. You know, I think you're so intent on shooting a shot and trying to make a joke and go left.
No, I'm not making a joke.
You're misdirection in your hate right now.
It's not a
Magic.
joke. Oh, wow.
You sound like since it's Ramadan, you sound like the Muslim brother from Living Color. You got the reciprify.
Yeah, for real, my brother.
Your redundancy.
I think you're misdirected in your hate, your application of hate.
I need to be a part of that.
Yeah,
No, all I'm saying is this: he can't do a solo act.
Right, but nobody, he never said he could do it by himself.
Nobody has. Except for Lightron out of 15 billion NBA years.
Doc, come on. Doc did it by himself.
No, he didn't. You
Well,
were
yeah.
bugging.
Doc,
83 squad was the
No,
bomb
right, he
squad.
had a bomb squad.
Andrew
All right,
Tony, Mo Cheeks,
yeah, Mo
Bobby
Cheeks,
Jones,
yeah.
Moses Malone.
Who carried Doc? How about that?
All right.
They said, Moses, we need you to help. Moses came and brought them to the promised land.
Right, follow me.
Right, it was me and then Doc.
That was the tail end of Doc's career, too, so
Right.
nobody did it by himself. Doc went to chips by himself but never won. Because Doc went to about, 4 chips?
Yeah, lost.
Whenever he was able to get past Boston, he lost to the Lakers. He's what? His chip in NBA chips, he's what? 1 for 3, 1 and 3, or 1 and 4?
Yeah, he barely got that.
Yeah.
Listen, about the only play.
He's got 2 in the ABA, but in the NBA he's 1 and 3 and 1 and 4.
About the only player that carried a team by himself but never won a chip was
Dominique.
still the answer.
I was thinking Dominique.
A lot of dudes carried their team.
Dominique.
But the answer was definitely like,
They went to the finals.
He
Dominique
dragged them.
But
He dragged
Dominique
the
got
Sixers on his
beat
back.
down by Boston.
He couldn't get past Boston.
He
He didn't
couldn't
have
get
enough
past
help to
Boston,
get past Boston.
Yeah.
It was just him and Doc and Trey Rollins. That's not enough to beat
Right.
the big 3 of Boston and then that bench.
All right. I hold my criticism.
Yeah, you can.
I hold my criticism.
If they had that Derek Coleman, you never know.
Really? Really? Even after dark?
Yeah, after Doc.
All right.
And if Aaron McKee was healthy, because he got hurt.
Right, he got hurt.
If he was
Yeah,
healthy,
Aaron McKee was
I'm not saying they would have won, but they would have
He was
been
solid. Aaron McKee is solid.
Yeah. You know what?
It would've been a better thing.
Tyrone
Hill.
What's his name?
Tyrone Lue?
Yeah. If he wasn't holding on to Iverson all the game for 6 games,
But he still couldn't stop. AI got his numbers, but he just didn't have no help.
he would have had more numbers if he wasn't held on and they would have called fouls.
Tyrone Lue was
Anyway.
getting abused. But hey, Tyrone Lue's the real coach, I think,
Yeah,
Anyway.
he deserved it too.
Speaking about coaches,
Yeah.
how come LeBron didn't get Coach of the Year?
Not coach of the year, but yeah, you know what? He don't have no respect for
Black?
this guy. I don't think that none of
Because
them.
you don't even know his
you
name.
know?
Black. His
Yeah,
name is Black.
I don't think he has a clue
Spo?
whatsoever.
What's the difference between him and Spo? They're just
Pat
figureheads.
Riley.
Yeah, well, there you
That's
go.
the difference.
But I'm saying they're
Spoke been
figureheads.
around NBA game longer than Black. Black has been overseas.
Yeah, he's
Spoke
exactly.
like a
He's
video
been
coordinator.
around.
He's been around for a while, so he's able to learn.
Yo, Black, you heard him when they mic'd him in the huddle? He's like, come on, if they can't get in the bucket, they can't score. I'm like, really? He just said that?
Yeah, really.
I couldn't believe he said that.
Stuff
First
that
of all-
obvious was going to come out.
For real.
They had the head coach, then signed LeBron in that order. So it's tell you
Yeah.
what's going on.
But they really didn't have a coach because what's his name? Brown wasn't a real coach.
They're not going to have that guy around. I
You
think
need a real.
Tyrone Lue's going to be the coach of the team.
Get Tyrone Lue, get Mark Jackson.
No, you need a real coach.
Get Mark Jackson.
Tyrone Lue's been an assistant for a number of years.
You need a real
on
coach.
different squads.
He's only going to respect a real coach.
Tyrone Lue was ready.
I think he's ready.
He has Spo, Brown, and this guy.
Lue,
He hasn't had a
Lue
dominant
more ready
coach.
than Jason Kidd. And Kidd got a job before him. And Lue paid his dues.
Right. 'cause
Other
he's been
Phil
on the-
Jackson and a whole bunch of legendary coaches, man.
Right.
He paid his
been on
dues,
a
man.
couple
You know
of
what I'm
benches.
saying? That's what he paid his dues. Like, the kid didn't pay his dues.
No.
But he's
At all.
got his
He was just a great floor general, whatever.
Right.
He
Yeah.
got his shot. But Tyrone
He
Lue,
took
like I
us to the
said,
playoffs.
Tyrone Lue has played his dues.
Jeff
He got
Hornacek,
ready.
same thing. Where he paid his dues?
Hornacek should be in that. And
He's a coach. He pays his dues though. He's a coach. He's doing good.
No, he should be a coach. I think he should play.
Why should he?
Coach. Him and
So what makes Hornacek a better coach than Tyronn Lue? You scoffing at Tyronn Lue, but Hornacek is good? Why?
2 finals. He's got.
Tyronn Lue's got rings. He got 3 rings.
He wasn't significant.
He got 3 rings.
He wasn't significant as Hornacek. Hornacek. I wouldn't say he was a force.
Hornacek don't got a ring.
Hornacek was a man
He don't have a ring.
in Philly, and then he went to Phoenix, right?
Yeah, no rings.
He didn't Utah. He went to Utah.
Then I think it was Phoenix and Utah, but he played for 3 teams.
Yeah,
but he got no jewelry.
And he wasn't,
but he has no jewelry
because of one guy.
Tuned in to On the Block Sports Talk.
You know why? Because
Yo.
Jordan retired.
And he's been on assistant on numerous
and
benches.
he got 1 ring.
He's paid his dues and he deserves a job.
Referee.
Tyronn
2
Lue
rings.
deserves a job. Tyronn Lue deserves a job. And I would not be surprised if he should.
And Del Negro needs a job. Del Negro's in the league?
Not anymore. I don't know where he's at.
He needs a job. Who, Del Negro?
Yeah.
No, we got a good coach.
You sure?
Yeah. You need a coach. You need a coach. You got the fish? How's that feel? How's that working out for you?
He got
Give him some talent.
Yeah.
Right.
Give him some talent.
Give him some talent. I think he'll be all right.
Talent.
See what happens with the draft and free agency. I think he'll be all right.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Anyway.
But I can't be mad at Fish right now. I can't ask for his hand right now.
Well, what about Brook Lopez going to the Bucks?
Yeah.
Watch your mouth.
How about
He's
that?
out of there. I think he's gonna be out of there.
He's out there.
He goes to the Bucks. The Bucks are gonna be a problem.
Bucks.
How about that?
He goes to the Bucks and stays healthy for a good amount of
He's
time.
not going anywhere.
Yeah. You
Anyway,
think so? You think so?
Big shouts to Golden State.
Congrats,
A little
Golden
sleeper
State.
team.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
A little sleeper team.
They played it. They protected their house. They
Will
only
it
lose
will
2
it-
games.
will it repeat? That's the question.
Now, I don't think so. You know why? Because I think San Antonio's in the mix. San Antonio always takes a year off and then bomb.
San Antonio's done.
Yeah.
Nah, they're
Nah,
coming back.
Jay
Everybody's
Gasol.
too old. You keep saying too old, but I'm talking veterans.
You know what?
And the way Pop plays, he's not going to wear them out. You know that.
For them to repeat is what moves do they make with a few guys.
Especially when they get Frank the Tank.
If they no,
Golden
State-
minutes, be under 20 minutes.
Okay.
Golden State makes a move to get rid of Bogut and bring in somebody a little more athletic. I can
He
see
got
them.
some
I can see them
athletic.
with
Lee, your man.
No.
How old is Lee?
Lee's gone. Lee's gone. Lee's not that athletic. He's not. You need someone
You
that's.
slow him down.
Yeah, he's not that guy. He can still he'll give you effort and he'll give you
He's
10
a
and 8.
double-double, I'm seeing.
He's not that guy.
double-double?
They need a. He doesn't have the minutes, but he does get you that.
Well, defense liability. Before he was defensive strength.
Right. Because he's had some knee issues, whatever.
All right.
His mobility's got a little whatever, but he'll give you effort. I like David Lee. I wouldn't mind having him on my bench. He'd be a good guy off the bench. But
You
if
had
they-
him on your bench.
No, he started. But they're going to get rid of him and Bogut. If they get a right player, they can't
It'd
repeat.
be tough.
I don't think so.
It'd be tough to get Bogut.
I think, Clippers, they gave that away. And they're going to know.
Clippers ain't beating.
What about Paul Pierce opting out going to LA? Clippers.
You know what? You know what?
I wouldn't
That's
be
where he was
surprised.
supposed to go because it's David Stern. And I didn't know he had pieces of Charlotte in his grasp. He owns Charlotte.
Who?
So a little bit of Charlotte. He has some interest in Charlotte.
Who?
David Stern. He vetoed that deal for CP3 going to the Lakers.
Well, no, he's talking about Paul Pierce.
But I'm saying, the Lakers.
No, but he's talking about Paul Pierce going to the Clippers. Nobody mentioned the Lakers.
I'm saying.
See, then
Because they're playing the same place. Staples.
The hell with the Lakers. All right?
That's your
The
hate.
hell with the Lakers.
That's your hate.
Yeah, they ain't going. The hell with them. The hell with them. I don't know about the Clippers with them challenging Golden State. I don't know about that one. I don't know.
They could try to go to state.
Yeah. They just choked on 19 points.
They just say packed it in. Think it was over against the Rockets. But they could try to go to state.
Dude, they choked on 19 points. They were up.
Yeah.
It would have been Cleveland and the Clippers.
Imagine DeAndre Jordan on the Golden State Warriors. A player. Because think of the passes that they threw to Bogut in those first 2 games, where he just was like fumbling.
Yeah,
looking
but he's a loose man.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
But
But imagine if they did that to
you
him.
know what they're gonna do all
It'd be
night?
Bananas.
This all night, fouling.
How Marcus Gasol going to the Warriors?
Yeah, that's a different
Well,
game.
that would be
though.
crazy.
That's a different game.
That would be
Even
bananas.
if
That's
Brook
a different
Lopez going to the Warriors,
That's a different game as
pretty
well.
serious.
They run up
He
and
got
down.
Lopez.
He got offense in the post, so you know.
They're up and down team.
The other Lopez.
I can see
Robin, right?
I
Actually,
actually,
still by the way, Robin.
Yeah.
I can see a Plumlee on Golden State, and that would make a
Come
difference.
another David Lee. You
I
can't
think
get
so,
the ball
too.
in the paint and say, hey, you can't
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
2 free throws or a bucket. We're talking about somebody in the paint who could score in the paint.
Make a move. I don't see
I
Plumlee
don't-
making that move. I think he's moving.
I don't see any
Like, all right.
that many people keeping up with them. They up and down.
Right, but they need. That's what I say. They need an athletic guy.
Yeah.
A good 6'10" dude who can
They
jump and that's gonna run with them.
So you think they can get Anthony Davis on that
Nah. It's not gonna happen.
team? Because that would be 5 championships in 6
Yeah,
years.
they would win a Daniel title. But that's just something you do on 2K on your PS3.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's not gonna happen in real life. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta salute them cats. And the draft is coming up,
Nah.
25th.
What do you want?
I want the best player available.
Because you can't get
I-
number 2. 1 or 2.
Nah, so we got 4. Being 4 is not that bad. It's not like, oh, 4th, you're going to get Sam Bowie. 4, there's enough guys. The first 6 guys are going to be good dudes. But it's just the right dude.
I think it's a good draft.
Yeah, it's a good draft. I'm not mad at
It's a good
them. I ain't
draft.
mad at them before. Them before ain't that bad.
I think it's a good draft.
Because-
we follow college basketball, so I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's a good draft. I mean, I'm not into that, I'm into draft who you like, and I say regardless of the number you have.
Right.
Why would you fall back and draft the same guy you went out for?
Right. And
No
I
sense.
put it as, okay, Philadelphia's ahead of us. They're going to make a bad decision.
No, they're going to take a good person.
No, they're going to make a bad pick.
They always take a good person.
No, they don't.
And then they trade
No,
him
they
away.
don't.
They're gonna take that kid Russell.
Yeah, and they're going to make a trade. You know that.
They're gonna
For the
screw
last
it up.
5 years, they've
I
been
don't
doing
think- I
it.
don't think Phil wants Moody out
They're going to screw it up.
because
You know what? They screw it up by taking a good
it
person
should
and
be
trading
Moody
him.
out, but he don't fit the triangle. So the hell with the triangle. The hell with that, man.
Right.
New
Get
York,
rid of that
it's like
triangle.
string theory. New York can't do a triangle.
I'm not sold on this whole triangle. One player said the
Nobody's
triangle.
using it.
It's like it's just
We got them 6
fancy.
titles.
It's a fancy name for plays that everybody runs.
You mean Tex Wilson?
Somebody said that. One
Yeah,
player,
so
an ex
Tex-
player.
Tex Wilson is a he's a-
It was so good. How come other teams don't use it?
Right, nobody does it.
Nobody uses a triangle. Not even Steve Kerr. Not even Steve Kerr. He got 5 chips with that, right?
Popovich don't play it. He got 5 chips.
Right.
he should have 6, but whatever.
I'm saying Popovich that the triangle is just it's a lot of hype. I'm not
not
sold
hype,
on it.
man.
Got him
Whatever,
6
whatever.
rings, but
No,
whatever.
Michael and Scotty got him 6 rings.
I know Kobe and Shaq got him
And
another
right, yeah, 5. So whatever.
Hmm?
But like I'm saying, it's a good draft. We'll see how the draft works out. See how it goes in the Nick Nation, Nickville, the Rotten Apple.
Yeah.
What are you brought about?
'Cause you're talking about the
You're
Knicks.
laughing and making jokes as if there's a juggernaut in Brooklyn somewhere.
We're better than you.
No, they're not really.
Kinda, yeah.
No, you're on the selling block. You got guys that don't want to be there.
And we're still better than you.
Yeah,
It's a
whatever.
house of confusion over
Yeah,
there.
whatever.
I read it sold out. We still
Every night.
lose every game.
Yeah, there's
You
a lot
can't
of,
see that.
lot of crying.
You can't see
going on.
No, they're not.
They can't say that.
They don't expect what we expect. You know what I'm saying?
Don't expect nothing.
And we get a lot.
No,
you know what that is?
You
That's
get
destined.
nothing. You got nothing.
Yeah, we got to the
You
playoffs.
got nothing,
We got to the
man.
playoffs,
You
man.
get nothing for that. You might get a shirt.
They don't
That's
get
it.
shirts.
Exactly.
I got you 2 tickets to see Jay-Z or Brooklyn Nets.
Mm-hmm.
In 2 minutes side by side. Who you gonna see?
Let me see my Nets.
Me and Joe will see Jay-Z.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
You're right. So I have a better time than you about the Brooklyn Nets. In
Oh,
the dark.
Word.
In a haunted
In
house.
the crack house.
Come on,
My
man.
man from Brooklyn said they first time went in there. He thought he was in the crack house.
What the hell is this?
What the hell is that?
Everything's black.
He said like Vince Lombardi. What the hell's going on in here?
all the winning's going on in
You
here.
gonna see
Not
Jared
really.
Jack, man? You gonna pay see Jared Jack,
Yeah,
man?
Jared Jack.
Joe Johnson? Really?
I guarantee you give us money for Jared Jack. I guarantee you give us money for Jared Jack.
Jared Jack?
Yeah.
I like Jared Jack.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah,
I know you do. I know you
He's
do.
always been productive everywhere he was
I
going.
know you do.
Indiana here and there. He's always been productive. Player.
Yeah, I knew Shane Larkin for him.
Yeah. You're disrespectful right now. But I ain't.
Shane Lockman. I thought I wanted to give
I
him.
never saw
Yeah.
I never saw Joe.
I tried to be nice. Man.
I feel you. I never saw with her. I never saw with her.
I was like, he got quickness, maybe.
Listen, At his size, he should be mastering the floater. Tony Parker. He can't even do that.
Frazier said that. Frazier said he needs to watch the Tony Parker tape.
Yes.
And learn the floater.
But you should know that already, though.
Oh,
At your height.
exactly.
5'10", max.
You need to learn the floater. You should have been doing that with Miami.
Teardrops. I miss the teardrops.
But the floater now.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Mark Jackson's teardrop is now
The floater. I miss teardrops.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, there's certain things that I miss. A bounce pass.
Ah, come on. See, now you're reaching. There's bounce passes, man.
Really?
You act like nobody passes the ball now.
It's all ISOs and clear outs.
No, it's not. You're getting on some old man status. You're getting old man status. Get off my lawn right now.
Really?
Get that
I'm really on man status right now.
Yes, you are. You are.
Who's the uncle on Boondocks, man? Black guy on Boondocks.
Uncle Ruckus.
Uncle Ruckus.
You're the Uncle Ruckus of On the Box Sports Talk.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
You Negroes need to stop bounce passing. That's what it is.
Right. Uncle Ruckus.
You need to pass it to the white guys.
You're Uncle Ruckus, man.
Now what you got?
school.
Stop. What you got for me? You said you got something for You Can't Be Serious.
Yeah.
Our last You Can't Be Serious of the season finale. What you got?
Mine can't be
I already
serious.
know what it is.
Do you?
It's
Yeah.
baseball.
MLB.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah, KC.
What?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
All right. MLB. What the hell happened to you guys? We got 10 minutes, bro. Go down.
Because you talk too slow.
Yeah, because I'm.
Yeah,
Anyways,
you gotta get up on
I elaborate.
Get with the thing.
professional.
I elaborate. Kansas City, MLB. How dare you take away the vote away from the fans, from the stadiums?
Oh, they were stuffing the thing too much, man. They had
the
this-
stadiums. We grew up.
You come on, you didn't have 9 players from your team in the thing. Come on, that's not fair, man.
So they take it away from the stadiums and they put it online. Now we got every Kansas City player
Yeah.
starting for the All-Star
Yeah,
game.
yeah, it was kind of bananas. They kind of
What
packed it up.
the last guy that got in was Infante, who's batting .211.
That was probably somebody from the ownership or somebody.
No, that's the fans. That's the. I didn't know how many Kansas City fans would put that many All-Stars on the Kansas City All-Star.
Happy the team was doing good. I didn't mind at
I don't mad at them either, man. But I don't see a bunch of Mets on that team. What the hell?
Listen, those fans went from watching an All-Star game to ninth inning and see a guy bunt the ball to now some guys actually playing an inning or two. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day,
So you
when we were
condone
fans,
this?
yeah, but the ninth inning see a guy coming in and get hit or put down a bunt or something like that. Nah, these guys
You
actually
condone these
start,
actions. You condone these actions by him.
If you're a Royals fan, of course. If you're a Brewers fan, of course.
Let them go back to the stadiums. Let the people in the stadiums just stuff the boxes. If you go on the internet, you got all kinds of knuckleheads that are gonna do what they do
They'll
now.
fix it. They'll fix it.
They're
No, they're not gonna
though.
fix it.
They'll
They're gonna
fix it.
fix it. But team like we talk about the Royals though, they're not known for doing much. So
Right.
They
The
won
Yankees
already.
and the Mets, you got, yo,
They
those
won
won.
with Brett.
Yeah, that was
That's in the
80s.
80s, man.
So
it's a long time ago. Now.
it ain't like they Cubs were.
No.
They should be stuffing the boxes.
They got other stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Your shenanigans is over. I want to give a big shout back to my man Steph Curry. This is the first time. You know, he's got one of the first, a handful of guys to do this. When the MVP and their first title.
Really?
He's only a handful of guys.
He's first mysterious guy that
No.
won.
I said he's only one of a few. Shaq did it in 2000.
He's not mysterious.
And with the Lakers, Hakeem did it in
He
'94.
damn sure ain't mysterious.
Kareem did it in '71. Willis Reed did it in '70.
He's not mysterious.
And Bob Cousy did it in '57. I said he's one of the few guys to win their MVP and their first title the same year. So salute to my man Steph Curry, light skinned brother, waffle complected brother. On the rise, you waffles. We on the rise.
Damn.
You know what I'm
Look at
saying?
the
Put
thing,
some
man.
syrup on that boy.
I ain't mad at him,
Round him
man.
out a little bit.
And his cute little daughter.
As my man would say.
And how your
but-
mom's doing?
I mean, did you? I got a thing now. Okay, I can't be serious. What's up with the owners of the NBA telling Steph Curry not to mention Jesus?
I didn't hear about that one.
Oh man, it's recently on Facebook.
But they always talking
It was
about
put
it.
up
They
by
all
D.L.
said it.
Hewley. D.L. I love watching
He
and
did.
looking at some of your posts.
He made that statement. They said that? I didn't hear that one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it was
That's
telling him
crazy.
not to mention it. He's been really restricted about even having his daughter present during.
Well, they didn't restrict it. They just made a complaint about it. The sports writers complained about that.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're stupid anyway. The hell with the sports writers. But you know what? All of them mentioned it. So, you know, they can't tell you not what to mention, nothing. If you want to
Yes,
mention
they can.
But he didn't
Yes,
mention.
they
But he
can.
didn't mention nothing nasty.
You know
nothing
what?
derogatory.
Ask Mahmoud Abdul Rauf right now.
Yeah.
Who didn't want to stand and pledge allegiance to the flag.
Right.
And he's blackballed right now. He can't even play in Afghanistan.
Well, does he want to? Nah, I wouldn't want to play in
Hey,
Afghanistan.
but
But anyway,
check's a check.
yo, Steph, do your thing, B. They all mentioned it when they won their title, how they go to chapel and whatever. I like the fact that a few of them went and gave props to Mark Jackson, but he didn't want to
Did they
take
make him
this
get the
shine.
title?
No, he didn't want to take this shine from him and all that. So he was cool. He was humble in it and all that, man. You know, this is what it is, man. Steph, salute to you.
So later that night, Mark Jackson, Tony Dungy got together and was like, "This is some crazy.
Yeah.
Why don't you make a meme about that?"
Nah, I'll let you do it, Magic. Uncle Ruckus. This guy over here, man.
Man.
You're out of control right now.
When we get to a rundown, we
You're
have
on top.
anything that we run it down? The Bellator fights. Kimbo Slice.
Yeah, Kimbo, the bum fights on Bellator. Kimbo, old man Kimbo beat up on old man Ken Shamrock, knocked him out in the first round. Yeah.
I like to see them old school OGs getting it in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And everything is in slow motion. They think they moving fast still, but they moving in slow motion. You know what I'm saying?
Bellator need to step up their cards.
Old man fights.
That was
disgusting.
luckily that was on free, but
That was
you know,
disgusting.
and it was late, so you know,
That's disgusting.
it was bad.
I can see my neighbors fight and have a better time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the earlier fights was a little better.
Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, he
Bobby Lashley's back in the town?
Yeah, he slammed the guy around and punched him in the face.
All right. So you know what? I'm waiting for CM Punk in UFC.
He's making his debut later part of the year. He's not going to rush it. He said later
Okay.
part of the year or maybe early part of 2016. He's still training. He's
CM
still
Punk,
got
big shout out.
CM Punk get crushed.
You think so?
Not his first fight. He gonna fight a stiff his first fight.
Right.
Because he has a name.
Oh, and then
he'll get beat up.
and not to mention, since we're on a rundown, because we're trying to speed it up a little bit, Tiger Woods out of 156.
He's done. Stick a fork in Tiger soon.
Yeah, he been
Sad
done
to
for
say,
many
man,
years.
but get the fork out. Just get ready to find his place to
I'm not
poke
ready
it.
to give it to
Just
him.
stick a fork in
He's been
him.
done for a long time.
He's
I
been
think
done.
he got 2 more titles.
And Wild E.
It's
Coyote
gonna
is
be
up there
done
waiting
soon,
to eat him. You know what I'm
No,
Big
saying?
yeah,
shout
he
out
got 2 more
to
titles.
Got some good boxing coming on Saturday evening, 8:30. Adrian Broner fighting Porter.
Yeah, Porter.
That's going to be a good fight.
Yeah.
And
I like Porter that
two
fight.
good fights, right?
I think once you won, 2 fights in that fight. I think once you won, fight 2 on HBO, I think.
Yeah, so we got some good boxing coming on
Bunch of
Saturday
war.
afternoon, Saturday evening. Check that out. And
So on regular TV at that, too.
right,
Yeah.
the Broner fight is on regular TV on NBC
Right.
with the Premier Boxing Channel and all that stuff. And later on HBO, you got
Let's
Yeah, Andre Ward.
Andre Ward
The
fight.
tune-up fight. Yeah.
Right.
run it down now.
So,
I mean,
all right, everybody, enjoy your fight night.
Happy
Enjoy your
Father's
late
Day,
night.
baby.
I was gonna say that. You know, salute to all the fathers out there.
Happy
and
Father's
listeners.
Day. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to everybody out there.
I'm
Coach
not
Black
committed.
and on the hammer.
I'm not committed.
Gen Nation. Salute to them cats and happy Father's Day to them. And Steph Curry, happy Father's Day. You know, your cute little daughter.
Right.
And Michael Thompson and Del Curry, they got the great Father's Day gifts, man.
Word.
Their boys won rings. That's what's up. I ain't mad at them
That's right.
dudes. Salute to them guys right there.
And it's been a great season too,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
for us, man. It's
Right.
always been a
Oh,
pleasure
always
working.
pleasure.
Love
Right,
working
right.
with you guys, man. We brothers.
No doubt.
35 years of better friendship and everything like that. You want
Right.
to close us out now?
So remember, check us out on the Block Sports Talk. Check us out on chillloverradio.net. Big shouts to that brother holding us down with the podcast.
That's right,
On
chill.
the Block Sports Talk like page on Facebook. Catch us on that. You can leave any news and notes. We'll be posting things throughout the summer. You know, baseball, whatever happens with baseball, we'll post that on there.
All right, Theo
And,
Sports homies.
Theo Sports homies, you want to join the group and get some good conversation going on?
Yes, sir.
You check that out. And
Big Joe and Panda Show.
right, you just want to get a laugh or talk about what, you know, hear the foolishness we talk about.
Oh yeah, and our sponsor Soundman System by Shorty. You know,
And Gun Hill Classic,
And
Summer
Gun Hill
League basketball.
all the time. It's getting hot out there too.
That's
Gun
right.
Hill Classic. Big
Jump to
up.
Park, Gun Hill Park, come out, check it out. You know, all you summer leagues throughout the city.
You'll see
Support
us
those.
post some of that up there on our YouTube page. Some of the things I'll be out there filming and things like
Right,
that,
right,
so you
right.
can see some highlights and everything like that too. Crazy Pour of Atlanta too.
Right,
Big
right.
shout out to Crazy Pour of Atlanta. You know, if you're having a bar cater event down anywhere down south, give Crazy Pour a call.
And check us out on Verizon Channel 34, BronxNet, and Optimum Channel 68, BronxNet, on Sundays at 2 o'clock.
Sunday.
That's the date right there. For all the fellas, man, we want to say thank you for the support and keep supporting us. We'll be back in a matter of weeks, bringing the on the block perspective of the sports and all that good stuff.
Right.
NFL.
That's right. Back to the NFL now. That's right. Yo, we out. We're gonna take care. It's been a great season.
We're Gil Noble.
Football, baby.
Hey, yo, Mustafa, you know that there's some dudes that come on before us on Sundays?